Help me! Help me!
Betrayed by her sister, part 1.
In a small dusty town called Uguma lived two sisters, Nkechi and Ada. Nkechi, the elder sister, was the quiet type. She always tied her scarf tightly and walked with head low. She respected everyone and never caused trouble. Her heart was pure. Her hands hardworking. She sold vegetables at the market and used the little she made to support her fiancé, Chuka, a poor village farmer. Now, Ada was the complete opposite. Ada was the younger sister, bold, flashy, and sharp-tongued. Every evening, she would paint her face, wear clothes that barely covered her, and step into the night like a shadow with purpose. She returned at dawn with plenty of money, and their mother, Mama Ada, would clap for her like a trained audience. My Ada, the lioness of this house, she would say, counting the crisp notes in her hand. Then she would turn to Nkechi and hiss, "You, always coming back with one small bag of pepper and onions. What can that do in this house? Lazy girl." Nkechi never answered. She just focused on her life and on Chuka, who she loved with all her heart. One day, she made a decision. She took all her savings and gave it to Chuka. "Go to the city," she said softly, her eyes shining with hope. "Start something. I'll wait for you." Chuka thanked her so much and hugged her. "I'll make you proud, my love," he said. Years passed. Chuka returned, not as a poor farmer this time, but as a rich man. He drove into Uguma in a big car that made children run after it, shouting, "Uncle Chuka! Uncle Chuka!" His clothes were fine. His wristwatch was gold, and his smile was still for Nkechi. Nkechi cried that day, tears of joy. She had waited. She had believed. But not everyone was happy. Ada watched from the window, biting her bottom lip, hard enough to draw blood. Her eyes followed Chuka as he lifted Nkechi into his arms. Something dark stirred inside her. That night, she sat with her mother. "Mama," she whispered, "Chuka belongs in this house, but not with Nkechi. He should be with someone who knows how to enjoy money, someone like me." Mama Ada did not blink. She simply nodded. "You deserve better," she said. "That sister of yours has always been lucky. It's time you collect what is yours." And just like that, mother and daughter became something dangerous. The next few days, Ada started dressing even more boldly, always making sure to walk past Chuka when he was outside. She smiled too sweetly, laughed too loudly, and bent too low when picking anything. But Chuka paid no attention. His heart was with Nkechi, and that made Ada furious. One morning, as Nkechi poured water in the kitchen, Ada stood by the door, her eyes narrow like a snake watching a rat. She waited. Then, like a flash, she pushed Nkechi from behind, and the boiling water splashed all over Nkechi's face. Screams tore through the air. The pot hit the floor with a bang, and Nkechi collapsed, clutching her face, crying out in pain. Ada stood back, watching, not a single tear in her eye. When Mama Ada came running in, you'd think a normal mother would shout or panic, but she just stood beside Ada and said, "It was an accident, right? Go and rest. Let her learn how to fight for what she wants." Nkechi was rushed to the clinic at the edge of Uguma town, her screams piercing through the narrow dusty streets. Neighbors gathered, whispering, shaking their heads, but no one dared speak up. After all, everyone knew Ada's temper and her mother's sharp tongue. The doctors did their best, but boiling water is cruel. It leaves no mercy. When the bandage were removed days later, Nkechi looked in the mirror and froze. Her face, the face Chuka once held so gently in his hands, was no longer hers. It was scarred, swollen, uneven. Her left eye blood, partially damaged. She looked like a stranger. No, she looked like a victim of her own bloodline. Ada never visited, neither did Mama Ada, but Chuka came once. He stood at the door, barely able to look at her, shifting uncomfortably. And when he finally spoke, his voice was cold. "I didn't expect this to be so bad," he muttered, barely making eye contact. I have to go. You should rest. I'll check on you later." That was all he said, and that was the last time he ever came. A week later, he was seen driving Ada around town, laughing, blasting loud music, his hands casually resting on her thigh as though Nkechi never existed. Ada was now parading around town in Chuka's car like a queen on stolen land.